Hello everybody, I'm Master Wabbit, and let's keep playing Pyre. Previously, we faced off against the Pyre Hearts, the last remaining team I needed to beat for the lore book, and then we were summoned to the Fall of Solium. After a quick run-in with the quote-unquote true Nightwings, we made it here. And so now, we get to face off against the Essence. The time has come again to deliver one of your fellow exiles to a homecoming in the Commonwealth, lest your adversaries, the Essence, achieve the same instead. The lone minstrel has returned, and approaches as you await the signal from the stars. There is something I wish to ask you, reader, something which ordinarily would not be my place to discuss in any detail. You have observed the stars. If you would not mind my asking you in such a direct manner, how many liberation rites are you supposing yet remain? Have you deduced how many liberation rites are still to come? Perhaps the lone minstrel asks a leading question to break the news that this is to be your final stand. Two remain, including this one now. The rite at which the stars are vanishing and the cycle is hastening leads you to only one conclusion. The stars and future liberation rites be damned. What matters is what happens here and now. You know what? I'm pretty sure, through logic and deduction, this is probably the second to last rite. You tell him the only logical deduction which you have been able to make based on all of your readings of the stars of late, that there shall be one final liberation rite after tonight. Not to mention we only have 4 members of our team, and that after the next one we don't have a triumvirate anymore, so yeah, logic. I concur with your evaluation, reader, sir. I wish to make certain that you were aware, so that you and the Nightwings may yet make the most of your remaining time together thus. As to what shall happen once the final liberation rite is ended, we soon shall both find out. But lo, it seems that we are called upon once more. Look forth. There's that RPG English tripping me up again. Regular conversation, I can't. RPG English. Henceforth, I am unable to can. But anyway, here we are. I don't want to activate any Titan Stars. I don't need to activate any Titan Stars.
Reader, I would ask that you think back for just a moment, if you please. When you first looked upon the Book of Rites, think back upon the words that it revealed. Oblige the voice that tells you more. Oblige the voice that tells you more. Would that the scribes were here among us still. I would not sing your praises to them, rest assured. I trust that you shall savor this occasion. You shan't have to oblige me for much longer.
The pyres burn, and each of the triumvirates is present and prepared. I concur. The pyres burn, and each of the triumvirates is present and prepared. Then, anointed one of the Essence, come forth now, and declare yourself, and pay any respects you have unto your adversaries, the Nightwings. Tamitha swoops down from somewhere and unfastens her mask. I am known as Tamitha Thane. I mean to return to my ancestral home and promptly resume my responsibilities as flight tactician of the High Wing Remnants. Our long stalemate against the Commonwealth shall soon be ended, should I and several of my sisters manage to rejoin our clan. Then, our vengeance shall be swift and thorough. Your quarrel with the country that cast you into exile is beneath the notice of the scribes, Tamitha Thane. Here, you shall be judged under the stars. My quarrel with the Commonwealth is all that gave me and my sisters strength enough to reach this point. The scribes ought well take heed of how my people suffer. We are not weaklings anymore, like your Triesta Tithus. We shall not fall in line with flightless fools and their naked attempts to subsume our heritage, our culture. Speak not against thus of the saint, or you shall be expelled, Tamitha Thane. Tamitha scoffs, then turns her attention towards your side. And Nightwings, as for you, the fury we shall imminently show is nothing in comparison to the hatred growing for your Commonwealth in the mountains on the other side. She signals to her sisters to ready themselves. You seek your freedom, but there shall be nothing save for devastation should you manage to return. Nightwings, your choice. In whose name shall you conduct this liberation rite? I wish you the wisdom of the scribes in making your choice, reader. And I wish you to come prepared our song with me, Tariq.
Whom shall you attempt to send home this time?
The man who started it all, Volfred.
Volfred.
There's so much to be done should I or any one of us return. Let's focus on here and now. We face a worthy adversary there in the essence.
Who shall be at his side?
Bertrude?
Bertrude.
We are prepared to face our adversaries here and secure for that one his return. Let's get Tizo in here. Cause negative 90% stamina is so good. Tizo is more than willing to help Volfred get home. One final obstacle to overcome ere I can soar again above your commonwealth. Such destruction I shall rain upon it soon. But first, let us dance this final time.
Commence.
Uh-oh. I'll take that. And run. Jump. That is a lot of damage. You can even hear the, Nope, 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 nope. Haha. Let me just put that there. Oh, it missed. Uh-oh, this ain't good. There you go. Nope. Not good. Man, these... Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Volfred's almost back, though. That's fine. Nope. 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 Get in there, Volfred! Hark now, my sisters! Damn what the book says! Advance to strike formation! Prevail here against these wretches no matter the cost! In disregard for the ways of the rites, Tamitha Thane has ordered her triumvirate to push further afield, adopting an even more aggressive stance for the remainder of this rite. So now they're going to start there. Nope, not what I meant. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. This could be bad. I'm taking this. That's fine. Go Tizo!
And there it is, at last.
With the free throw.
Blasted Nightwings proved their worth. Their adversaries they defeated utterly. Thus ends the liberation rite. And thus, the scribes have chosen. The exile appointed by the Nightwings shall be free.
Sounds angry.
Absolved of all misdeeds. Return to glory in the Commonwealth. His adversary and all others shall remain to carry out their rightful sentences.
Damn you for this, Tamitha. All of this because of you. I am indebted to you all. Words fail me, but I shall try and force a few, as now I haven't long. The plan of which we're all a part, it cannot by its nature be dependent upon any given individual, and that includes myself. We each face doubt from time to time, and I became quite certain I would never see the Commonwealth again, the stars fading and all. That outcome would have been acceptable to me, provided that our plan prevailed. My agents of the Commonwealth, and those of you who managed to return, united, you for certain can achieve much more than I, or any one of us. Nevertheless, if I'm to be the next one to return, then I've my work cut out for me, I think. He falls silent for a moment, then, Nightwings, this has been the greatest honor of my time. I now take leave of you, to do my very utmost to ensure the sacrifices you have made for me, our nation, all of us, that those sacrifices shall not be in vain. Then he reaches out to you alone.
Reader, until we stand again together.
With that, Volfred Sandalwood vanishes into the Shimmer Pool. He calls out from within as his return journey begins. Stand together, all of you. No matter what shall come, I shall see you on the other side. We may be separated soon by distance, but our purpose remains shared. Scribes guide you. Volfred earned back his freedom. May he return in glory.
Godspeed, Volfred Sandalwood.
He has no feet!
The cycle of the rites is nearly at an end.
A hidden power, a terrible, unbridled fury seems to have awakened within Tizo. All in all, he seems very enthusiastic about it. Tizo's implode ability can banish adversaries in a much wider area. Or if banished, Tizo drops a moon sigil ally can instantly transport to from their pyre. Let's go that one. Big kaboom. So now we're down to our final three. Without Volfred, I'm sure we can manage. But yeah, it's... Ooh. There's only one left remaining. You return to the wagon after having prevailed against the Essence in the Liberation Rite. A fortuitous result. Tizo is pleased that Volfred is finally free. You succeeded in liberating Volfred, who returned to the Commonwealth in glory. Soon you shall be summoned back to Mount Elodiel for one final liberation rite, and thus one final chance to influence the outcome of your plan, which is currently resting at 91%. That's nice. That's a B+. Wait, hang on. Some of you just scratched your head and went, wait, what? So yeah, the elementary school that I went to was awful, and 92% was the maximum threshold for a B+. It was stupid and dumb and terrifyingly awful. It's why I have a perfectionist streak I need to get rid of. Yeah. But that's, beside the point. So many events already in motion, but even as you wait for them to happen as they will, there is still something vital you can do. Now, reader, if you please, I fear the stars have little patience left. You turn back towards the darkness to look upon the last few stars too stubborn to relinquish their light. The scribe stars yet burn for you atop the sacred mountain. Determine where they lead. All right. We have our choice. Let's take a look. I cannot stop thinking about what should happen if we fail, less so to those of us who remain trapped here, but rather to those who return to the Commonwealth. Interesting. So we have 6 liberated exiles, 24 rites conducted. There's 1 remaining. 1 rite next to the liberation. 6 liberation rites completed. I think we have the Tempers, the Chastity, and the Accusers. You know what? We haven't faced off against the Tempers in a while. Once more you are to face the Tempers, then. Although, I wonder, He hesitates before saying anything further. You cannot sense his thoughts. I apologize, I was lost in thought there for a moment. Let us make way for the Ridge of Gaul when everyone is feeling more refreshed as much as possible. Oh, someone wishes to speak with us. What's Tizo? Alright. We have completed this entire book. That means I'm going to have to do a lot of reading. Laughing softly at something. What brings you to me this time, my dear reader? Nothing on your mind still? Really? Wow. Take care of yourself, then. Tizo! Since Volfred disappeared into the Shimmer Pool after the Liberation Rite, Tizo has been in a rather sullen mood. You can imagine why. Apart from the Lone Minstrel, he has known Volfred longer than anyone among you. Just then, the Lone Minstrel joins the both of you. It had to be this way, Tizo. I trust you understand. Tizo indicates he understands, though it does not make him less sad right now. I understand, in turn. The little imp runs over to him then. They hold each other tight for a moment. Volfred is now in a position to fulfill his plan firsthand. It is an opportunity which he did not expect to have, yet I am certain he shall take. Though I do understand the sense of sorrow at the time of never seeing him again. Tizo coos plaintively at this. Take heart, Tizo. We may all see each other yet. And if the stars decide we cannot do so in this life, then we shall do it in the next. Is that not so? Tizo manages a smile. That is better. Then he turns to you. Thank you kindly, reader. It is not my role or in my nature to play favorites in all this, and yet I must say, it gladdens me that Sandalwood is soon to make his mark again upon your land. Tizo likewise wishes Volfred well in his return and long thereafter. That sounds more like the Tizo whom we know. Now let us see if we might find something to eat at this late If we might find something to eat at this late hour, Tizo heartily concurs with the Lone Minstrel's suggested course of action. Begging your leave, reader, sometimes a late-night walk out in the cold is good for Tizo's spirits. Until the morning, we are grateful to you for all that you have done for Volfred. They head out into the dark. Volfred, the one-time leader of the Nightwings, you wonder just what sort of impact someone such as he may have back in the Commonwealth. You know full well his losses among the Nightwings is going to be felt, even as the plan of which you are a part comes that much closer to fruition. Take it down, Barry. Something shiny here. The sparkly thing in his center is in fact its heart, which it airs out from time to time, a keepsake from the Sea of Solace. Only a monster would attempt to remove the heart, or would have the strength. Now we got a little time left. Let's continue along our journey. It is daybreak. You are to set forth now for the Ridge of Gaul for what appears to be the final time. Thereafter, you shall return here for one last exile's final chance at liberty. We need to go way to the south again. So yeah, we're coming close to the very end of the campaign that I ran into someone and they didn't even bother. Huh. That's weird. You're coming with me! No. We are to face off against the Tempers here. We're only able to land, either at Blooming Pool, Falcaron may be passing through here with a special offer, or Bertrand has a hunch you may find something of value along this route. Let's land here. No one wishes to speak? Actually, hang on, let me just double check. Probably won't be until after we get to the Fall of Solium again that she'll have something on her mind. Probably. Alright, let's explore Hollowroot. Something about the rolling hills of Hollowroot gives Bertrude a strong intuition to explore the area. Together, you set out to take a look. We shall pursue thine every step today ere darkness takes hold. There seems to be nothing in particular in the vicinity, but then Bertrude raises her voice. Cease thy movement. We have lain eyes upon an artifact. The object in question is lodged deep in the ground and bears the mark of the Rites. You sense you may be able to secure its contents, but the mystic wards will not be easy to undo. What shall you do with the locked container? Let's try it. You focus all your mental faculties on the mystic ward sealing the box's contents. Soon you are left exhausted, but the box lids unfastens. Inside is a talisman placed there perhaps by one of your predecessors in the Rites from ages past. You discover the Titan Tooth, After blocking airborne adversaries, the bear briefly stuns them and knocks them back, which kind of already happens, but whatever. Return to the wagon. Oh. Bertrude? You approach Bertrude just as she is finished polishing the various bottles, flasks, and vials that your fellow exiled have collected during your travels through the downside. The evidence of thy travails, how brazenly ye put them on display. Ye tempt these lands to swallow ye. She lets out a long breath. Nonetheless, these trinkets stir our memories, not merely of these lands, but of the country whence we came. Know, reading one, that we are here because of Sandalwood. We met him long ago within the southern bogs. He offered many courtesies, and in exchange we found agreeable. We sought them certain regents necessary to our studies of the heavens and the earth, and he knew where to procure them. In exchange, we were to boil for him our finest inks, a certain recipe, notorious yet secret. Its stain could never be removed. Oh, but the Commonwealth misliked it. 'Twas then we first began collecting samples of the regions of the downside, for Sandalwood was ever true to his word. Long have we studied this accursed place. Black Basin, the chaos of the deathless tempest, the richness of the bogs of the flagging hands, lands so far away, and yet they called to us. If Molten Maleeth was able to traverse the downside in its entirety an age ago, then surely 'twas not beyond reckoning that we could do the same. Furthermore, but she hesitates. It matters not, reading one. Thou hast indulged our tales long enough for now. She slithers away without further explanation. She seems reluctant to discuss the circumstances of her past with Volfred, yet you sense that she is here by choice. Roster bio updated for Bertrude. Okay, we can glance at that real quick. If you needed someone cursed to guarantee a fortune on a big day, or to consult with elder patrons such as Ophium Unburied, he died repenting and did not linger in his grave for very long. Or Marsus Needle Eyes, it is widely held that nothing beneath the heavens is beneath his notice. He would go see Big Bertrude. She was one of the most infamous alchemists of her day and plied her trade right under the Commonwealth's nose without regard. Ironically, it was a modest-sounding request for printing inks that ultimately got her into trouble, resulting in her exile. In the downside, her reputation preceded her, and she resumed her practice. Okay. I suppose we should continue along our journey. To the Ridge of Gaul. You are to conduct the rites here soon against Ignarius and the Tempers. What you got? Hey guys, now don't tell me, but I ain't seen that old Mr. Sandalwood with all the rest of you. He finally got out of here or what? Well, good for him, I guess. As long as he doesn't take all the rest of you with him. Know what I mean? I value all my customers. Ooh, hold on. Bless me, I gotta sneeze. Okay. Okay. So, drag a talisman to enhance it, usable only once. I really don't have a need for any of this money. I honestly don't. I mean, I'll take... And this. 193. I think I can check everyone's stuff without causing a weird bug to happen. That's at level 20, 18, and 20. So if I were to head back. Raise the rank of it by plus 10. I don't really need money either. Proceed. I mean, why not? It's the only... Oh, he doesn't have any words of wisdom while leaving? Wow. Alright. Buddy. Nope, other way around. Other way around. Here we go. So, Tizo, Flutter, and Zip abilities cost less stamina than usual. Wait. Oh! Oh, it doesn't spend all of it? Dude! I did not know that. That is cool. Within the 11th hour, Wabbit learned something new about the game. That is super cool. Alright. Okay. Nothing new. Alright. I mean, I've been going through these matches pretty quickly. Why don't we just commence the right? After making all the necessary preparations amid the lonesome lands of the Ridge of Gaul, you and your companions await the commencement of the rites. It is quieter even than usual at the onset of such events. The lone minstrel appears, bearing some sort of news. I have checked, and it appears as though the Tempers have not yet arrived, reader sir. There is no sign of Ignarius, or anyone. Their sigil is not set either. If what he says is true and your adversaries are not present, then you presume the rite cannot commence. However, the stars themselves soon indicate you are mistaken. I want this. So there's an achievement in the game to do a rite with all 12 of these on. I've been waiting for this. If what happens, what I think is going to happen, this should be easy.
All of the Titan stars, sheer madness. Reader, the Commonwealth, your home. Today it is aflame. Much like a stack of books. Aflame because of you. Because of your outlandish plan. Not that you care. Not that you shall live to see this place again. Your attempts at revolution shan't succeed. Though by all means, keep trying. As for myself, I shall enjoy presiding over these remaining rites.
The rite is set to commence, but your adversaries, they have failed to show. Tizo wonders if the Tempers decided not to show, knowing that you would not have another chance at the Liberation Rite. Or they would not have a chance at the Liberation Rite. Indeed, as the rites are drawing to a close, some of the triumvirates whom you have met, perhaps they are beginning to decide the stars are not worth heeding any longer. Ignarius, you wonder whether he would give up on the rites like that. He did seem rather disaffected, having failed in the Liberation Rite before. Perhaps he did finally decide to quit, for good. In any case, we have begun the ceremony here, and so I ask that we end it. So yeah, all of the triumvirates...
This time. Tizo. Bertrude. It is done.
We take no pleasure snuffing out a flame disowned. At this point in the game, all the triumvirates have given up. They know that they themselves cannot get along in the Liberation Rite. They cannot possibly get to there because either we're so good or the story demands it. Faye, could you do us a favor?
Lo, even your adversaries have abandoned you. And it is done. The Nightwings prevail. By default.
I got 3 achievements for that!
Not that their adversaries even care.
So yeah, that's... By the scribes, is this truly what they wanted?
Boundless are the teachings of the scribes.
You don't even get experience for that, by the way. The game is not that generous.
I eagerly await our next such outing.
No one speaks further of the Tempers back at the Black Wagon. Everyone is instead preoccupied with the rite that is to come. Thus does the final chance at liberty present itself at last, then, huh? The stars always shine with truth. The ending of the cycle of the rites is now upon us. He looks over to you. Please look forth, reader, sir, and see this for yourself. You may well surmise where we are going next. The others turn to you as well. You turn toward the wagon's door. You know what you shall see out there. Now, however, the time has come to face it. The dim and fading light of the final star still pierces through the darkness, demanding your attention, guiding you toward the endpoint of your path. You see plain the golden star of Solium. Look upon it for the last. We gotta travel all that way up there. So if all the triumvirates have given up, who's gonna be there? The last remaining stars shall soon be gone. We have this one last chance to get one of us out. May the scribes be merciful to us all. Probability of success, 94%. We've completed 25 rites, 6 exiles liberated. This is our final moment. And you can tell that all the other teams have given up because the next to their names are they got crossed out. They have all given up. So who in the world could be left? Well, we already know who that last person is, don't we? Orlick is already on his way. I would like to get to the Fall of Solium before the end of the episode real quick. You are summoned to the Fall of Solium for your 7th and final liberation rite. Thus shall the cycle of the rites be ended for an age. You sense that if the rites ever shall commence again, it shall not be during your lifetime or that of any of your companions, even the longest-lived ones. The stars reveal to you one thing more. The adversary whom you face shall be Orlick. Already he has crossed Scribe's Gate and awaits your arrival. If the 8 scribes created the Nightwings in their own likeness, perhaps it is only fitting that the Nightwings should, in the end, be forced to face themselves. It is a shame that we should have to confront Orlick in the end. Our goals should never have been at cross purposes. I am surprised that this is what the scribes desire. For now, it may be best that you recover until dawn. Regain your strength as best as you can for the coming trial. Rest well, reader. The group disperses as exhaustion sets in. At dawn, you fly to Mount Elodial to make a final effort to achieve your plan and get somebody home. But who? No one wants to speak? Not even you, Sandra? Nope. She's got to say something like towards the very end of the game. She has to. I distinctly remember this.
Foolish reader. Your so-called friends. You are accomplice to their hateful plot. They are exploiting you. You shall never have your freedom.
By dawn, you are already up and about after a troubled slumber. The Black Wagon is prepared for its final voyage to the Fall of Solium. No one speaks. As you lift into the skies, the lone minstrel raises his voice, cutting through the somber mood. Reader, a certain olden ballad comes to mind just now. I think it may befit the circumstance. Perhaps it may help to pass the time along our flight. Would you mind it very much if I were to play this song for the Nightwings? By all means. Any of you monsters who play this game and select not now, shame on you. Shame on you. You urge the lone minstrel to play his ballad so that all among you might hear it. He begins without another word.
When the stars align, the rites shall come to live. Illuminate the signs, the exiles shall be there. All are not the same, but 3 shall be as one. Freedom in flame, the end has just begun. Strength may break our own, but twisted make upgrade. Together on their own, the journey shall be made. The journey shall be made.
Okay. So, Tizo or Bertrude? Bertrude. You touch down amid the fading glory of Mount Elodial to make pilgrimage to the summit for one last time. There, one last liberation rite shall soon commence. There, one last exile shall regain his or her freedom. All others shall remain, to carry out their sentences here in the downside for the remainder of their lives. And in the Commonwealth, the plan of which you are a part shall either come to fruition or shall be suppressed. Nothing? Nothing in our mind yet. Come on. Alright, seek the Crone Scribe's favor. After having landed, you joined Bertrude on an expedition to the Monument of Molten Belief for what is likely to be the final time. We beseech ye, ancient gods of the last age, and we invoke thine aid. We have traveled far to gain this summit many times, and stood steadfast with our compatriots who seek to leave this place. We now offer ye our services eternally, if ye would grant us such a boon as to ensure our triumph in the coming night. Long would we serve ye, O ancient gods, should ye accept our offer here and now. Soon she is finished. You return to the wagon in silence, feeling as though Molten Believe has shown you favor. At dawn you shall begin your last ascent. For now, your vocations may occupy what little time you have to spare. She gains 3 glory for the next rite. Someone wishes to speak with us. You notice Bertrude studying the Beyonder Crystal. She sets it down as you approach. The mouthy wraith rebuketh our attempt to summon her. She insisteth that we are too young to understand. She must be referring to Sandra. It seems that Bertrude may be able to invoke her. Stubborn that one, possessing of an ancient understanding, olden ways and olden times. Many centuries of history, knowledge of the 8 scribes themselves, held captive there, within that green-tinged stone, within that wraith-sown memories. Would that we could extract them in some way. Perhaps thou could induce the wrath's obedience, reading one, for she heedeth not. She claimeth obligations only unto thee. Although... She stops and thinks very carefully. The Beyonder Crystal is not to be tampered with. Your fellow exiles know that its use is at your sole discretion. She backs away from you, still thinking to herself. Ignorest thee our inquiries about this, reading one. Our reasoning has taken us elsewhere. Her refusal to cooperate is likely to be an ancient warning of some sort. 'Tis possible the others of the southern bogs know something of her, but we shall not be tampering further with such sorceries ourselves. That the wraith refuseth to cooperate suggesteth her predicament is suitably deserved. Man, I'm tripping over these words as well. Granted, it's in ye olde English, with like all the unnecessary e's at the end. She heads out in a huff, but just as the air grows still and quiet, you sense something from the Beyonder Crystal. Mouthy wraith, she says. Can you believe it, reader? To be so young and foolish again. Sandra the Unseeing laughs to herself. Your proximity to the Beyonder Crystal must have been sufficient to invoke her in this case. That crone of yours is far too curious, I think, but it appears that even she has learned her lesson in this case. Thank the stars, I am beholden to no more than one among you Nightwings at a time, and thank the stars, that happens to be you rather than her. And if that crone attempts to lay her fingers on my Beyonder Crystal again, I shall just have to torment her dreams till she's my age. Do feel free to mention that if it comes up. Now farewell, you know where to find me, lovely reader. She vanishes. It seems that Sandra proved resistant to Bertrude's tampering. If so much history is trapped within the Beyonder Crystal, there it shall remain for the foreseeable future. Back again so soon, Nothing on your mind? Alright. Take care of yourself, reader. Alright. There's really no need to mentor a companion unless I really, really need a 5th level mastery. I don't need a fortune or resources. You find a quiet corner near the Black Wagon's grounds to delve into the secrets of the Book of Rites. Through greater understanding comes the reader's influence. We cannot have any glory this run. But I would like some more aura. The texture of the pages of the book, the foreign bindings, despite the volume's age, it shows so little signs of wear. At times, the power emanating from it almost overwhelms you. Inspiration comes to you in a flash, whether from the book or from within, you cannot tell. You gain the reader's influence, tenacity. All Nightwings gain +2 presence. Alright, let's continue onward. Let's get past Scribe's Gate to the Fall of Solium. Here in the sheer cliffs of Mount Elodial, you encounter a messenger imp sent to deliver you the latest news and rumors from the other side. You learn this imp was personally sent by Volfred himself to fill you in on all the latest happenings with him since he was liberated at the fall of Solium. On arriving in the Commonwealth, he was taken in with open arms and soon offered a seat among the Justices of Peace, a branch of the Commonwealth's governing body and widely considered the most influential. It is they who pass sentencing onto those who transgress against their country and its people. He admits that he was quite taken aback by everything at first. But of course he refused, stating his belief that the traditions of the Commonwealth have been corrupted over the many years. Such remarks put him in real danger. In the next moment, however, he was whisked to secrecy and safety by his sons and daughters of the revolution in a daring raid. The Commonwealth claims he perished in the Brazen Act. Now, Volfred continues his work to find a way to bring home all the rest of you, and to transform the Commonwealth according with his plan. He closes with a message to you all. Have faith. We shall prevail together soon in the end. Why'd I throw in the word soon there? Maybe that's because how Volfred speaks. Whatever. You thank the imp for bringing you this news, which gets all of your companions talking. Unsurprising. From all our years, we've known him for a stubborn sort. His will cannot be shaken. Tizo is very excited, knowing Volfred is alive and well back in the Commonwealth. The scribes are guiding him. They're on his side. I know they are, because they told me so. I heard them. I just know. May the scribes keep watching over you wherever you may go, sir, even if the rites themselves shall cease ere your plan is achieved in full. The news of Volfred's liberation fills you and your fellow exiles with resolve. The messenger imps accepts a small bite to eat from you and hurries away. Your companions gain +1 hope for the next rite. Wish Volfred luck. Ah, yeah. You stand before the scribe's gate with your companions. The gate guardian is there, as ever, but you sense something different in her. The exiles of the Nightwings, we shall not meet again after the coming rite. Tariq and I, it shall be time we take our rest, I think. Greetings, Celeste. I would tell you that the Nightwings are prepared, though this time I am uncertain anyone amongst us feels thus. We have a duty to uphold, Tariq. And then what, Celeste? And then, nothing. Not for the rites or us. Not till the dawn of a new age. Now, Nightwing, step forward. Please state your names and what is it that you seek whilst crossing Scribe's Gate. One by one, your fellow exiles approach her, now with sureness in their step. Tizo believes that his ancestors are watching over the Nightwings and seek to live up to their legacy. We are called Big Bertrude. We seek to fulfill the plan of Sandalwood, for we are fond of him and his beliefs, and then to go about our business. Oh, my name is Faye, and I am here because the scribes. This is the path that they have shown me, and all of us. I like it when they call to me. Finally, you step forth once more. You, a common wanderer who vowed to help his friends be free again, and who managed to come this far with this group. The gate guardian observes you for a moment, then motions past the archway toward the summit. The 8 scribes bid the Nightwings welcome. Go forth with glory. Except for you, Tariq. You stay right there. I thought you said, the rites are not yet ended, Tariq. He looks to her, then over to the rest of you. Pardon me, everyone. I shall be there when the stars align. The gate guardian and the lone minstrel remain together as the rest of you depart. You have gained the summit of Mount Elodial for the 7th time, the final time in which any one of you shall have a chance to leave the downside. The Beyonder Crystal seeks you. That's what I was waiting for. But hey guys, I guess you probably heard the big news, huh? Yeah, I'm going out of business here, I guess. Just hasn't been the same, you know, what with the stars all fading out and stuff. Anyways, just wanted to say you guys are great, and I'm sure I am going to miss having you guys as customers and all that. But I got some good news, though, too. All my stuff, it's all on sale now, and I will throw a little extra in there just for you, okay? So enjoy. Maybe I'll see you guys around, okay? Henceforth, all of Vulcanron's goods are 5% off. Great. That ain't very... I have no need for this talisman. There's like nothing here I want to buy. Okay, well, see you guys. Hate to say it, Ron, but your stuff is not that great. But the Beyonder Crystal seeks me. Thanks you for visiting on such short notice, reader. I understand you have important matters to attend to. So let me be blunt, please. Listen for a moment, then. I know this whole affair is coming to an end, all of it. I sense the binds that form the rites becoming weak, which means soon you will not need me anymore. Not that you have needed me at any point, but still, my services will not be of any further use. I would love to tell you that this means I shall be free from my eternal prison. For some of my beyonders, it shall be a release. My accomplices are bound by weaker words than those which have bound me. They shall fade away, I think, and finally rest. I, however, shall remain. She hesitates for a moment. Thus, I have a proposition for you. I do not know where you shall go from here, but I ask you to take me there, wherever it shall be. By that I mean, take the stone prison of mine and keep it. Do not just leave it, as all your predecessors have, each time their stay among the Nightwings reached an end. Soon, the Beyonder Crystal shall serve no use at all, except to keep me trapped. I am content to remain thus, for I have little choice, but I would prefer to do so in your company. For I do enjoy your company, reader. This may not be much of a compliment, but I assure you that I much prefer your company to an eternity of solitude. I have no wish to see you gain in years and to eventually decay whilst I remain unchanging. But I should rather have more years whilst having contact. Even if those years are to be brief, they shall afford me many more in which I might think back upon our times. Nor do I expect you to accommodate my needs, for I am well aware I have my limits in accommodating yours. That is to say, I wish you to go forth after this night and live your life however you see fit for your own sake. May all this right business enrich your coming days somehow. And, in considering that life after this night, if you think that there may be a place in it for me, however small, then once again I simply ask that you take me along. That way, should you ever wish to visit me again sometime, you could, and I would like to have that as an option more than not. My request here is a selfish one, for there is little I can offer in exchange, other than what little my companionship is worth. Perhaps I could lull you to sleep once in a while. Who knows, you could always try to sell the Beyonder Crystal for a reasonable sum somewhere, or something to that end. There must be someone out there with an interest in this thing. So then, you have heard my sad little proposition. What do you say? Sandra wishes for you to claim the Beyonder Crystal for yourself. Agree and do it, decline with all respect. The Beyonder Crystal is not your property, nor is it Sandra's penance your responsibility. Why not? Sandra's proved to be a kindred spirit. You would rather not part ways with it. Yeah. I'm taking you with me. You grasp the Beyonder Crystal and set it into the folds of your clothing. Sandra senses this and makes a sound as though surprised. Thank you, reader. She is at a loss for a moment. Then, let us go then from this place. Go and face your last remaining adversaries. May you crush them under heel and achieve the outcome which you seek. I believe you shall prevail. She disappears into the stone. For now. You took the Beyonder Crystal with you. Keep it with you. Yep. It's no longer there. All we have is a book and one more liberation rite. The final liberation will have to wait for another time. Until next time, everybody, take care.